We're starting. This is big time. This is real.
This is
big
the
time.
first time on our podcast that David has broadcast from a remote location.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. You did it for Paul McCartnney.
Oh yeah, McCartney. We were scrambling in New York to do it in our little crummy hotel rooms. Yeah.
Interview of my life and 2 hours of tech pressure.
God dang it!
Darn it!
Go!
Darn!
Yeah. I've probably never been more nervous for an interview, and I see us as equals, me and Paul. So it's sort of calmed me down.
I have so much regret about everything I do. The last sketch I did on SNL, Sambando, or
hey Bongino.
I didn't know what I was doing out there, and I just ran off, and all I heard was crickets. So that tortured me over the holiday. It's a sickness. And then with Paul McCartney, for the last 2 years, when I think about it, I regret not understanding the idea that I could bring up topics that he couldn't because he's a gentleman.
Yes.
And so that really, do you ever have any kind of regrets about anything? I've never asked you this.
Well, I do all the time, of course, daily. But McCartney, it's hard to ask about Lennon because Lennon died. Spoiler. But it's hard to say, hey, because it's so personal. Meanwhile, every interview, anyone asks me about anything personal, they don't care at all.
Right. They want to ruffle feathers. We just show respect for him. He showed respect for his bandmates. But if the host, in this case, you and I, brought up something like who did the bass line there and who wrote that middle eight, and did you help George with this part or anything like that, in Liverpudlian terms, be like, well, I don't want to be a showboater,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a chest thumper.
He's humble about it.
He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
We should have been, fluffing his feathers a little bit, but I think he's been fluffing.
I think he got over that podcast.
Yeah, he's okay with it. 1 second after, he's like, Google those guys. Let me see what I was just doing.
All I know is you're entertainers. You're entertainers. Oh. Anyway, so here we are. And
he thought he was on Good Morning America, and it was going way long.
He thought I was Matt Lauer. I didn't hear. I never knew about the controversy.
Katie Couric.
He's got a great wig, whatever it is, on the top of his skull, Miss Scully.
By the way, Dana, I think for the first time, millions of our viewers should know that I'm doing your trick in front of a window. I'm not in love with it already, but I always have these trusty shades next to me. Like one time you wore shades. Remember we were doing in the
when I used to wear funny hats and shades. That was before the podcast got monetized.
Yeah, and then people started
taking a little serious. Jesus.
That's before it blew up. But now I'm looking out the window and I see why it's blinding. But you have good eyes, so it's.
Do I? Okay. No one's ever said that to me except my wife.
You know who someone said to me the other day? I walked in this store. Why am I leaning? I walked in this store, just a regular dipshit, whatever, run of the mill. I see something in the window, tricked me to go in. And then the lady, who's very eclectic, looked a little like Stevie Nicks, she just goes up, she goes, I like your look. I like the whole thing. And I go, I never get that, dude.
Do you think she knew who you were?
I don't think that fast. She was because she didn't say anything, and I go, "Oh yeah, I don't get that." Lot. She goes, "Yeah, just no, I like it."
Any itemization here? Is it the scruff? Is it the hair slicked back? Is it the shades?
It was what I was wearing. The shade. I was just really nailing it, and like 10 out of 10. I mean, that's usually what I think, but no one's ever said. I mean, there's the Kate Spade of the family, and then there's the D Spade, and I was never that one. Even Kate and Andy would make fun
quiz
of me.
For you. When you preem and primp and all that stuff before you're going to leave your house for whatever activity, what goes through your head? Like, or do you ever think to yourself, I look pretty good today?
Yeah, I've thought that. Like right now on this camera, I don't look too bad, but for me, that's for me.
I think it looks as good as your studio. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, I'm just saying I comb my hair back and I got my hair trimmed the other day, so it's a little shorter on the sides, But the idea of I look in the mirror maybe 3 times a day. I was trying to think of it the other day. I don't, unless I comb my hair because I have to see myself. I don't look before I go out at night. I don't do any of that stuff. And I should, but sometimes it's not what I'm looking for when I see the answer.
There's your emotional brain and your logical brain. If you're at a restaurant with someone and you go use the restroom and you look in the mirror and you do a little readjusting your hair, you know that no human being on earth would notice any difference except you.
And you know what you look at that you think is rough. But so anyway, I do find a way to get out of the house. And this sweater is totally Kanye. Can you see? I have so many holes in it because the moths fucking went at it and I grabbed the wrong one.
Wait, you have moths in your
all holes. See that? So I walk in there and I go, "What are you doing, moths?" They're like, "Nothing. We didn't do anything. This is cashier."
Hey, you should go on SNL and dress up as a moth like Sarah does.
Oh, and go do fucking update
and eat Colin Quinn's suit.
And now we're going to hear from Spade's moth that lives in his closet. And I come out, I'm fucking stuffed.
And you're all got little feathers. Yep.
Do they have feathers?
Well, I don't know what they got, but I'm just saying someone's got booked for the 50th. I'm texting Lorne right now.
I'd say, I know we're trying to make the show. We're trying to keep it to 7.5 hours. Spade wants to do moth guy. We can put a light and I go, there's a light. Gotta go.
It's a clever thing that Bowen started, I think, or lit it up with his iceberg character, Titanic thing. And then Sarah's got her stuff, and then he did the drone, and he's done other things. So I think you as a moth, I'm just going to make a note to self. Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you, Dana. Obviously, I'm going to jump around here. Obviously,
that's what we do
on a flight. You don't like people hacking and coughing. Obviously,
I'm gonna say yes.
I was in a restaurant the other day, sitting at a 6-top lingo. I have to know this because of the Busboys movie.
Mm-hmm.
6-top.
I know.
From being a busboy.
I can consult on the movie. Yeah. By the way, you can use this. We didn't call ourselves busboys because we wanted to get girlfriends. So what do? I'm a table maintenance personnel manager.
Jesus, administrator. That's good.
Table maintenance personnel manager.
Fred Wolf used to say, people, he says, I'm a dishwasher. So if girls say, are you a dishwasher? They go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm the chairman of IBM.
Okay, that's another.
It sounds better. It's another way to go. So I go in, and there was a sick person the week before. Fine. I go in and sit at a 6-top because it's early, and I always sit there. And then the waitress comes up and she's like, ugh. They're all very nice. Let's just start. This is just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, they're very
like full deathbed, and I'm like, hey, and she's like, I can't. You know what? I'm not going to take your order. I'm probably just going to get out of here. And I go, great idea. Because nobody wants to get sick. I would love to say, you know what? I can't get sick. I'm starting this movie. You don't have to. Nobody wants to get sick. So I shouldn't even have to say that. I just go, yeah, that's probably the best idea. And she goes, yeah, I feel like shit. Still air coming out. So I'm like, okay. And then she goes, it's actually started last night. I was feeling so bad. I'm like, this is a wrap. We know I 100% believe you. And then she goes, I'm actually going to talk to the manager, see if I can just punch out. And I go, I'll call corporate. Just go. We'll figure this out on the way home. Just because it's all, there's dust from COVID in the air. I can feel it. There's Omicrons big enough so you can almost see them with your eye. So she leaves. She goes in the back. Another waiter comes up.
No.
Another waiter. And he goes,
I know, but.
Hey, man. I go, hey, is she okay? She's feeling bad. He goes, she actually left the other day. She was feeling bad. I'm like, oh, she's back. Okay. So I go, great. All right, let's order up. And he goes, to be honest, I'm not feeling 1,000%.
Jeez.
1,000% either. I'm like, So I hustle through my order. Then I go talk to my buddy there. And then when I look back, they go, food's here. I look back, and the waitress sat kitty corner from me at that table. So I go,
wait a minute. Is she dressed? I mean, she took off her she
took off her apron, and now she's
joining you.
She's probably looking for a ventilator. She's so sick that I want to just take a small propane flamethrower and just cover the table just to kill some of it, But she sits, and then I go and I sit because I have to sit in front of my breakfast. I don't know what to do to be rude. All of it's about not being an asshole. And the craziest part of me is that I sit there, aim straight ahead, and she's like, sweat hitting the table. And I'm like,
it's a good effect.
It's so sickening. And just full on like writing out her will. And then she, after about 4 solid minutes of silence, she goes, "You don't mind if I sit here, do you?" I go, "Not at all." Why am I a psycho? I go, "Not at all."
Well, you have to. And just promise me you will stop eating at Denny's. This is clearly Denny's.
No, I told the lady.
Fine place.
I told her, "Promise me you're not going to leave." I'm so overly
Polo
nice.
Lounge, the Beverly
Dana,
Hills Hotel.
You're like this too. You're overly nice. And you're like, "No, there's nothing you're doing that bothers me. Please stay and get better. Just stay here throughout your sickness and get better."
Did she at least do 6 feet away? I mean, what are we talking here? Like a 2-footer?
She was probably 3.5 feet. But then I'm like, I hear some noise. I'm like, "Oh, I guess you're being choppered out of here. Get the fuck."
I got cocky because I don't think I had a cold for a year. And then everyone at SNL's got a cold. And I got cocky. I actually thought to myself, I just don't get colds. I don't know what's wrong.
When you were doing SNL just recently?
I got, everyone's coughing. I just don't. It's
invincible.
It's not my thing. It's not my brand. It's not who I am. I don't get colds. Next morning, razor blade.
Razor blade.
Razor blade every time you swallow is not a good way to get a good slumber, Spadle.
When you catch yourself swallowing and then you swallow again and it hurts, you go, "Oh no, I can't stop swallowing." That's the grossest feeling. Like,
you try to go, "Well, I was yelling last night at David Spade, just tearing him a new one about the podcast." And maybe
give me your notes for my Hunter Biden who were just like screams. You were like, "Great stuff." We slammed the door. You hear, "What are you doing out there?
Like, you call yourself Hunter Biden? You ain't a hunter, and you're biding your time to stardom." No, you crushed it. Tom Hanks told me. Specifically, isolated me. He's said very nice things about your Hunter Biden, and he's probably the greatest actor in our generation. So
I'll take
high praise from that dude.
Yeah. Also, when I left the restaurant that day, of course, I went around the corner and took a Silkwood shower, like Meryl Streep when she went through.
You're like a
nuclear
permanent
power
meme.
plant.
All your expressions and the sound effect. You're like just a series of memes. We got to get a cartoon caricature of you and make these memes. And I'm in the shower. You see David.
Well, do you remember Silkwood? This is aging our audience, but
of course, Meryl Streep. Duh.
What happens to Meryl Streep? There's a leak of the radiation.
They're trying to do the China syndrome. Didn't quite make it.
Without Jane
without the
Fonda
syndrome and without Janie Fonda with her sleeveless top. I don't know what that means.
Showing her cleavage. No, there's a better word.
So what are we doing with Meryl Streep and Cher? Do we have any connection?
I was saying that when she got a rip or something in her outfit, and they said she might have gotten radiation, they go, "Come here for a second." 2 seconds, strip down, and they put her in the shower and scrubbed her with steel wool or something, and she was screaming. And that reminded me of me leaving the restaurant.
Radiation is actually maybe not that bad for you. It was kind of exaggerated.
Oh.
We get radiation all the time,
Because the next day I went in, I go, "What was wrong with that lady?" They go, "Oh, she had bad radiation." I go, "Oh," Dana said, "That's fine."
Well, again, you're like a meme staring at something you don't want to see. Give me the look. Oh, no, that's more funny. Serious.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dana, we were talking about, there's a big fire in LA and we can't make light of it. It's actually 1,000% terrifying because we're doing this the day before. So we don't know where the fire is now, but it's very bad. And my big thing about it is, Heather can look this up. Is there no water in the fire hydrants? Is that even possible?
Yes.
I mean, I know they can't fly over because the wind. They will be probably maybe by tonight or tomorrow. But there's no it's like, how do you even try to stop it without dropping the
They went to fire hydrants and some of them had no water.
Why is that? I don't understand what's going on.
I would need more information to have a strong opinion, but it seems like, kind of a trying to suppress water or something. I don't know. I don't know. If a fire hydrant has no water, what is it?
Former LA water commissioner says mismanagement led to low hydrant levels.
They ran out in the Palisades.
They ran out in the Palisades.
So some human beings, what's your job? Oh, I work for the water department. What is it? To make sure all the fire hydrants are full in LA. How you doing? Just got fired.
I just got fired because I haven't really even checked on them because there's not that many.
I knew
fires.
they were pretty full, but I was tired.
I heard that I just read, obviously everything I say is a lie, but I read that they had to cut budget last year and they did cut maybe 16 million, whatever that means in this grand scheme of things from the fire department. Now, if there has been horrible fires, I mean, they got to weigh it all out in fairness. Not a good look.
We're the most fire-heavy place of the world.
My life,
high winds and the sparking towers made in 1870. I mean, the idea of it's called essential services: fire department, police department. I mean, there's more, but those are the big two.
Garbage.
Yeah, but you would survive garbage sitting on your sidewalk. But fire department, police department, I'm just going to say, I'm going to call bullshit on that funding if that's true. And by the way, I'm running for LA County Supervisor. Jeez Louise, Steve McQueen just walked into the podcast. David put on his superstar shades.
I put on my Dana shades. Too bright. Now, Dana, let's move on from the fire because it's too tragic to even talk about. It's probably the worst fire ever. I've been there, and it's only been day
no, it's horrible. That's all we're saying is that we're in show business, so we know a few of these people that are being affected, and it's also true in California. It is sometimes almost impossible to get home insurance because a lot of the companies left, and so that's a double whammy if your house is going up and you don't have insurance. So anyway,
and I think Florida is having the same problem with hurricane insurance. Like any insurance where the insurance has to actually pay you, then they go, wait, whoa.
I know someone who lives there and his home insurance tripled because 2 hurricanes hit it within 2 years. So, what can I say?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Dana, anything else before we get to the news?
I just wanted to observe a few funny things because I'm watching New Trump.
Trump. Yeah, that was good last week.
And some of his phrases are like this. Nobody's ever seen it. Nobody's ever seen anything like it before. Nobody's ever seen it. No one's seen a case like that. They never done it before. And all they do, and this is when he says talk, he makes a very specific mouth, which I'll do for our listeners and viewers.
Okay.
They've never seen it before. They've never seen anything like it. They never have. It's never happened before, quite frankly. All they do is talk. All they do is talk. All they do, I'm telling you, all they do is talk. They just talk. That's it.
Meme.
They just talk. It's that far. They talk, they just talk. Then it goes back normal. I don't know what they're doing, but all they do is talk. They talk.
It does go. It's kind of when he went, China.
That's right. They go, China. They go, they've never seen it, and they're doing things you wouldn't believe. And all they do, by the way, all they do is talk. They're all talk and no action. And
he used to sing that old movie.
This is the only time he makes this specific lips like this. All talk, no action. All talk, no action. I'm trying to give Patrick, our editor, different angles on
It's funny. It's like that old song. All they do to me is talk. Remember talk?
All they do, and we're looking at things, and we're seeing things, and all they do is talk.
He's trying to say
all they do is
talk.
They talk, and they never stop talking. When
he
you
took
see
the
this
L
mouth,
for sure. I like the mouth. Yeah.
All right, now I have Trump. The other funny thing is,
we don't need anything else. That's unreal.
Trump is so entertaining. I have to say, if you're not panicked by him, he's just fucking funny. I mean, he's coming out now. He wants Panama Canal. He wants Greenland. He's taking over.
Yeah, that's
great. We're gonna take over Greenland. We're taking over Greenland. We're gonna take it over. We're gonna call it Even More America. That's the new name of that place. Even More America. Even More America. We're taking over the Panama Canal. We're gonna take it because we built it. We built it, and all they do is talk. All talk. We're going to call it USA Super Canal. We're taking over Tahiti and Bora Bora. This is not talk. It's not talk. We're taking over Tahiti and Bora. We're calling it the beautiful American Islands. And by the way, Canada is now, we're taking them over. It's going to be called Emerita. We're calling it Emerita. It's Emerita. Canada, Emerita.
Yeah. Maybe Super America up there.
It never made any sense. We've got Alaska up there, then we've got a shit ton of Canada, then we've got America. We're just trying
Too much Canada between here and Alaska, right?
It's like, it's like if Florida was another country, it's like a thumb hanging off America, but it's ours. It's totally ours. Ponce de Leon. You remember him? A lot of people talk about Ponce de Leon.
A lot of people do.
The fountain of youth in Canada, but all they do is duck. All they do is duck. That's my new toy today. It's all they do is duck.
I like it.
He did we can cut this. He did a 20-minute rant on electric heaters versus gas heaters. You know what Biden was, what they want? They want electric heaters. You cut them, they don't work very well. You get itchy. Quite frankly, you get itchy with electric. The gas is better. It looks better. It heats you up like you wouldn't believe. And they're canceling water. They're making dishwashers that don't have hardly any water. You put your stuff in there, it comes out, it's not clean. You got to run it 10 times, and you end up using more water. By the way, to our audience, these are direct quotes.
Yeah.
The dishwashers, the washers, they don't have a lot of water. They're worried about water, even the way places it's coming down from heaven. We have so much water. They want to stop the water in your washer. You wash your clothes, they come out. They're dirty. You got to do it 10, 20 times. You end doing more water. And all they do is talk.
I will say, if California has to do electric cars by 2030, I'm not ready. I'm not throwing away my cars because just during this fire, a lot of electricity is out. So now where are you?
Well, we go electric, and then gas and energy prices go down because we're not using any of it. And then the CO2 goes up. There's 1,000 metrics into this idea of the planet warming. Let's talk about it, people, rather than just do things emotionally. I like my hybrid. Sorry.
You just talk.
They talk. That's all they do is talk.
Just got to start them up again.
And no one's ever seen it. No one's ever seen anything like this. No one's ever seen it. No one's ever seen it. And all they do is talk. It has to be the trend.
Mar-a-Lago, we all have a lot of dirty dishes.
And I have one more thing I was going to do because I had so much fun.
Dishes.
The last SNL.
A lot
of our friends were there, Tina and everybody, and but I hadn't seen Jimmy Fallon in a while. So the minute I see him, he's like so much fun, and it's such an upper.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, hey, this is crazy, Dana Carvey. Oh, what's going on, Dana Carvey? Hey." So I start doing Johnny Carson getting pulled over for drunk driving. Sorry, officer, I didn't know I was swerving. I had 2 slippery monkeys at the hook and crook. And Jimmy blew a gasket, like his head exploded. Hey,
you can't love it.
Oh my God! Oh, it's so funny. Johnny Carson pulled over, and he's talking to Tom Hanks. Johnny Carson getting pulled over for drunk driving. Hey, I had a tomato boom boom at the Desperate Sponge. Dana Carvey. It's so funny. All they do is talk. All they do is talk.
Keep going. You got it.
Anyway, I just had so much fun. So here's Jimmy Fallon gets the check in a restaurant. I'll take the check. Oh my God, this is insane. Oh, look at this check. Oh my God, it's out of my mind. I can't believe it. It's insane.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a little wispy, but I like it.
Well, I took it really far. So All right, we have 6 minutes.
Well, no, I have to say that the pickup on last week's show, every week they pick some article up.
Because of some crazy stuff you said. What got picked up?
Yeah. Well, I didn't read the article because I just thought it was about that we said, I can't believe people text Lorne because I couldn't.
Right.
But it was nothing negative. I'm like, I wish I could have gotten to Lorne. It was like that 9th floor door is shut. You're not talking to him. You know what I mean? You have to get an appointment. And
well, I saw that and I thought about it later. And what we didn't have to call Lorne, we'd have to go to our office, dial 9, get a landline number.
See, it's fun.
Hello. Hi, Lorne. It's Dana. I'm in my office at 8-6.
Lorne's not here right now.
Lorne's not here right now. Let me give you to Marcy. Hi, it's Marcy.
So I felt like it sounded like I was being negative. That I was making fun of. I didn't see this part till today. That in that meeting between Dress and Air that Lorne was talking and he told Sarah Sherman, I just love making fun of Sarah Sherman. And he goes, Sarah, you have to face forward a little more just so the light hits you. She goes, I'll try.
I'll try.
It was funny.
Sarah's her charm is that she just says what's on her mind, and she's very open.
She's hilarious,
and she's hilarious. And so I could see the way she would be casual with Lorne would just sort of work. Like, why would you be cute? Yeah, cut it? Okay, well, all right. But I think that we were in those early days. Maybe, I don't know. We just weren't as familiar with Lorne. Lorne was our boss, the executive producer, the guy who started Saturday Night Live. And so I think it took me a while to get comfortable with Lorne, because the way I really got to know Lorne, maybe you could chime in on this, is when you go back and you host, and then you're kind of hanging out with Lorne a lot as a host.
It's a different thing.
And you're seeing how he's just casually always producing. It's just put over there. Maybe let's move this. I think the cold opening is fine. All I'm saying is, and so you realize, and also when you see him on the floor, the guy he cares about that show. First of all, he's so freaking happy when the show works or the cold opening works. And if it's starting to go sideways, this is why no one else does live comedy sketch, because it's so fucking hard. So anyway, you get to know Lorne, but the idea that Sarah has it already and is sort of friendly with him is, yeah.
I mean, did you ever walk by Lorne and see him in the hallway and go, "Hey, Lorne, I'm going to Huxley's. You want me to grab you a tuna melt? Actually, why don't you come with me?"
Yeah.
Come with you? What?
Lorne, we're going to the comedy strip. Come on, man.
Marcy would tackle me. Yeah.
She could too.
Well, it's January, Dana. I don't know if you have checked the calendar, but
I don't check the calendar, but I just sense the holidays are over. The hustle and the bustle and the rustle and the turkey muscle. And the trees and the Santa and the blah, blah, blah. It's over. But
it's over. Yeah,
it's now a time to recover. Think a little bit, after all that holiday spending. You know who you are.
It's a hangover for your credit.
That's right.
What I say.
Yeah. You got to get back on track in 2025.
Yep. This is the year. Start building. Build your credit with Kickoff. You know what Kickoff is. It's one of our sponsors.
Kickoff. The #1 credit building app in the App Store? That Kickoff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Their plan starts at just $5 a month. There's no credit check.
Oh. Get out of town and hold the phone. $5 a month to get started?
No hidden fees, no interest. Not too shabby.
That's the key, is credit, building credit. Because without credit, you're in a tough spot. Kickoff helps you build that credit.
Let's say you want to get a car this year. You want to do anything that involves credit, lower level, bigger scale. You got to build it up. You got to start somewhere.
Right. And so this way, it always seems overwhelming. How do I do it? And Kickoff kind of starts you slow. And then slowly but surely you can
Let's say your credit, I don't know what yours is, Dana. Let's say it's 600, right? You could jump 28 points in the first month.
Wow.
And that's noticeable. That's a chunk.
Kickoff is smart. It's a legit credit hack with no catch. Do you know what I'm saying? No credit check, no hidden fees, no interest. Hello.
You start building credit immediately for only $1 your first month.
Now that just says that
that's
everyone
the smallest amount
can engage with Kickoff. $1 a month. It's just a build slowly. You know what compounding is, David? How things over time. We'll talk later.
By the way, in the App Store, it has over 100,000 positive reviews.
Wow. 98% are 5 stars. Sounds familiar.
Like my act. Listen, shake off the credit card hangover and look forward to a brighter credit with Kickoff. Get your first month for just $1 at getkickoff.com/superfly today.
That's 80% off. Kickoff without the C. Get KIKOFF.com/superfly.
Must sign via getkickoff.com/superfly to activate offer. Offer applies to new customers first month only. Subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Point stat based on Equifax Vantage Score 3.0
changes for kickoff users starting under 600 who made their first on-time payment between January 2021 and March 2024. Payment and credit activity outside kickoff can have an impact on your credit. Individual results may vary.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to really important things. What are our dumb stories we're talking about?
Let's get some headlines going.
My forehead looks the same color as the wall behind me. I guess
that's a funny observation and true. They mix together.
Good or bad. Look at that, Heather. You see my forehead looks the same color as the wall.
Okay, people driving. Prison officer filmed having sex with inmate admits another incident on same day. And this is a female prison officer?
The officer is the guy or the girl? Let me see.
That's what I'm trying.
OnlyFans model.
Oh, so she's a prison officer and an OnlyFans model.
Wait, she was jailed after. Oh, she's the officer.
You can tell we don't look at these ahead of time, folks.
No, that's good we don't.
That's true.
Okay, so she caught on her body cam. What? I'm not saying the word dipshit, but she knows she's doing it. Does she air that as part of her OnlyFans, I'm sure? I mean, why else? You're going to get caught.
There's been a lot of prison movies. I think Ben Stiller did one about female police officers having sex with inmates. So now it's a true story.
Listen, I'm fine with it. Hey, scroll down a little bit because I want to read that. It says, it's a funny word. Prison officer filmed having sex with a burglar in his prison cell.
Why are they so specific?
Who calls anyone a burglar anymore?
Well, first of all, that's it's awful if you're a burglar, but that means it's someone trying to get into a house without hurting anybody and just get the freak out.
Is that what it means?
I think a burglar is just sort of trying to sneak in and sneak out. It's not
your house is burgled.
Yeah,
what's
and
the
also they
Hamburglar?
would do it if like, say you were not in your house right now and you're at another location. It'd be a perfect time for someone to burglar. Oh, sorry, I brought that up.
Yeah, I've been burgled. That's a word.
That would be you've been burgled. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, as we said, the Hamburglar. I never saw him actually in jail. He was always out on parole.
Well,
my forehead is exactly the color now as the sheets.
No, it was like Heather was painting the wall and just happened to slap your forehead.
Make it a little less so, because Dana looks like he's got some color in his face. No, but look, I want to.
Well, I have different.
Oh yeah.
I'm facing a window.
No,
and
I better wear these for editing.
Ring lights that have color.
We look pretty good. No one's going to notice this bullshit. We'll do a new story. Oh, good. Okay.
You look fantastic.
Everyone's running fucking like a chicken with their head cut off because I moved the curtain 2 inches. Anyway.
Like Woody Allen came out for a second.
Please, do me throw the earth off its axis. Okay, what's next?
My forehead's the color of the Ramada Inn.
Please rent an ad on my forehead for Fly on the Wall. Also, Superfly. It's all available. What is this? Oh, hang on. Oh, this is a different OnlyFans girl saying how much the one we did a report on actually makes.
Okay.
Let's see if it's shocking or not.
Sophie Rain really making? I'm going to be giving you some insider
Too much is the answer, by the way.
From an OF girl myself. I know we've all seen the image of her making $43 million in a year, which is insane. But this is the gross number, and a lot of things are going to be coming out of this. For example, right off the top, OnlyFans is going to be taking 20%.
Ooh,
so that
what a hack.
43 million drops to 34.4 million. Now, somebody of her caliber definitely has an agency to help with marketing and posting. And this agency also takes a percentage. And agencies in general take a percentage of anywhere from 15% to all the way up to 60%.
What?
I'm going to grab something right in the middle.
Get fucked.
35%. Now it drops her income down to 22.4 million.
And then the
Warren
government
Grant could have done this.
Nobody is exempt.
Video.
We all have to pay taxes.
Oh yeah, welcome to the club.
If you're based in Florida and you're making over $1 million a year,
right,
your average tax percentage should be around 35%. We take 35% off of the 22 million, and now we are all the way down to $14.5 million take home, which is still a huge amount of money.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, first of all, you want to be an agent in that story. Up to 60%.
They start with 60, and then if people go, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
They go, no, I'm saying 50. And then they grind them down to, what, 15, was it?
Well, she's got 14 million net. That's pretty good.
How embarrassing.
I know, but
14 mil? That's like literally zero for an OnlyFans model. But did you hear, and we could probably look this up, another one of my lies, that I heard the average OnlyFans girl makes about $1,000 a month.
That makes sense.
That makes more sense, right? Because not everyone has a huge audience. You could say, I'm taking off my clothes. Hey, everybody. You have to let your followers know. And if you don't, then you're
okay. Oh, wow. We're getting a news flash that you get 150, 180 per month. Most OnlyFans. Wow.
2,000 a year. That's the tough decision because you only hear these stories of how great it is. Now you're high profile.
If you're dancing in a G-string and you're making $150 a month, then you got to check what's going on with your person. I mean, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's still money, but it's just you got to weigh it out, I guess.
It is true. I remember Jay Leno telling me once, yeah, that's why we get paid. We get paid a lot of money because after they take everything, you still got a pretty good check. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there's some things you still don't get. It's still at this point, if you go to Jimmy Fallon, what do you make? $780?
Well, it's the exposure. That's just union.
That wasn't the question, sir, on the stand.
Lady Gaga got 17 million for 5 minutes on Colbert's show. She just has that kind of clout.
Wait, why am I getting 780?
Or whatever. I don't know. OnlyFans is a fascinating thing, and we should just because Superfly. This is for Sophie.
You want to get one of them on and ask her?
Let's get an OnlyFans.
We'll get that Sophie Rain on.
Yeah, that's doing well, and just really think of it as it grosses like 6-8 billion a year. It's bigger than the
NBA salary. It's all combined, right?
It's bigger than U.S. Steel.
Yeah, I don't know that movie. I'm too young.
Godfather and U.S. Steel is a big controversy. A Japanese steel company wants to merge with U.S. Steel, and some people say it's a great deal for both. It'll give us a steel industry, and then some people say we should keep U.S. Steel separate from our friends
China.
China. Right now, they're talking about it. They're talking a lot, but it's all talk. It's all talk. That's all it is. Now let me change.
You know what? I hate that talk is such an easy one to get back to. China, this merger is just talk right now.
It's so just talk. They're just talk. They've never seen it. We've never seen it. He's talking about the lawsuits. They've never seen it before.
Talk about never seen it. Who's seen Greenland? Who's going up there for a vacation? It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. By the way, it's got oil, natural gas, and rare minerals, and it you can take a ship. We have an air base there. So, but the people, there's only 57,000 people there, and they mostly sell fish to Denmark.
Yeah,
but they don't. You got to bring in the big boys for all the oil, gas, and minerals. So that's why Trump will get the rare minerals. They're rare. The reason they're rare is because you don't see them a lot. That's a very underused word. Rare minerals. You got to have them. China has a lot of them, but right now
Trump goes up there to sort of, shake hands and say, "Hey, what's this? A largemouth lunker bass? What do you got here?" He's trying to blend in with the locals to pitch the sale.
Yeah, I know. Trump Jr. just went in and just hung out. He just hung out. But the thing is, those people make an average, newsflash, $36,000 a year for the average Greenland human being. So Trump will say, we'll give you $1 million a year each to make
you can also buy a cow for a nickel up there.
To make it, what did I call it? Even more America. Even more America is our latest acquisition.
That would be the biggest state, probably Greenland, because it's 3 times as big as Texas.
Is it? It's 80% covered in ice. The reason it's called Greenland is when the Vikings and the Danes went in there, it was all green and lush. So if it melts, we may see.
So is my wife. That's what you should say if you're Henny Youngman. It's 80% covered in ice. So is my wife.
There you go. That's a good one.
It was a hair late.
Let's do it officially so Patrick can clip it.
Okay, ready? Go.
Greenland is covered 80% in ice.
Yeah, so is my wife.
Well, that sounded too sincere. So is my wife. You almost want to.
I should have done. Use the other "so is my wife," Patrick. We'll see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. Next story. Here we go. We're doing good. And now a word from our sponsors at Betterment. Do you want your money to be motivated? Do you want your money to rise and grind? Do you think your money should get up and work? Well, don't worry. Betterment is here to help. Betterment is the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle. Their automated technology is built to help maximize returns, meaning you can invest with Betterment.
Your money can auto-adjust as you get closer to your goal. Rebalance if your portfolio gets too far out of line, and your dividends are automatically reinvested. That can increase the potential for compound returns. In other words, your money is working like a dog while you can be sleeping like one and snoring like one too. You'll never picture your money the same way again. Betterment, the automated investing and savings app that makes your money hustle.
Visit Betterment.com to get started. Investing involves risk. Performance is not guaranteed.
All right, here we are. Look at this.
Oh, teen finds out anonymous internet bully who harassed her for a year is her own mom. Whoa. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I'm from Michigan. This is the one that has like the music behind it that goes scary music.
I was doing a Mission Impossible sub theme.
Oh, you were? Sorry, I stepped on it. That's Mission Impossible? That's Popeye.
I lost it. I'm strong to the finish because I ate my spoon.
Yeah, that's
it. And all of it is whole talk.
Bing, 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 bing.
My first bit, I've said it before, my first bit in 19, when it was
you did Popeye?
Ladies and gentlemen, Popeye getting kicked in the groin.
I was not expecting that.
I know. It's just, if I get hand claps from David Spade.
I like that one. That was a good one. Popeye.
Like your waitress now.
Speaking of Popeye.
Yeah.
That goes public domain, more fishy fucking guesses on my part. Public domain like Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh. So they're going to make a horror movie about it, I think. But they can't use spinach. I heard that too. This all sounds like a lie. But.
Oh, a mashup Popeye in a horror
Yeah, like
film?
make Popeye, I hate olive oil. And then he stabs her and he's like, oh, I'm not a great guy after all.
And then what's his name? Wimpy comes in. I'll gladly stab you tomorrow if I can stab you today.
For a hamburger today? Yeah.
For a hamburger.
Wimpy's like on drugs. He was adding nothing, but I did always laugh when he'd say that. I'm like even in a comic strip,
I'll
I'd laugh.
gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today is brilliant.
Tuesday.
That's like hear me now and believe me later.
Listen to me.
Hear me now and believe me later. Mm-hmm.
I like how we don't even talk about the mom who's, I guess it's just sort of discipline, right?
I assume it's parenting in her mind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not in mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. It depends on how rough she got. I like they make the kid look like they're in Squid Game for some reason in this photo.
Yeah. If your kid is dressed like that, which is this death mask and a pink jacket with a hood on, you maybe want to harass him online just to get him to take off the mask. Okay, unless that's just to hide his identity. Yeah. Okay.
You were chopping. You're being choppy, but we got it. Patrick's got it. Okay, let's go to one more. No, we got time. What time is it? We always say one more. We got time. People are too riveted. They're on the edge of their seat during this.
There's their.
What's this? Okay, let me see. Seeing. Oh, this is funny. Okay, this is a woman from America seeing Big Ben. As you know, Big Ben is a big clock in London. I don't know if it's in Piccadilly Square, but this woman sees it. This is the reaction I would figure also Dana having too. But then some kid gives a summary. So watch her and then watch the kid's summary.
All right.
Hey now, this is...
Stand up right now. Fucking stand up. Why the hell is she crying over a clock? I've lived in the UK and London for 8 years, and I've seen this every single time. And if I was even in America, I would not start going on the floor going, what's Big Ben done? What's Big Ben done for you? Has he cleaned your house? Has he made at your house? Has he hoovered your floor? No, he's not. He's a clock, bruv. He's a big, massive clock that lives in the middle of London. Why are you crying over a fucking clock?
So that's her mother?
So that's just some chick on TikTok. And
it's just, okay. So that kid seems like she's 37 years old. Not visually, she looks 8, but it's like extremely mature. Why would you cry over a clock, mother?
Why are you falling on the ground? It's a fucking clock.
If you saw a human being who was over 6 feet tall, would you sob? Look how tall they are. It's stupid. Yeah, cry. Cry over things.
I want to follow this lady around, see what she's crying over every day.
Anything
someone has a watch on.
Normal. She got a giant hamburger and sobbed for 2 hours. It was larger than a regular hamburger.
Don't let her near Randy's Donuts.
The donuts on the outside are so large. She broke down in tears and had to be taken away by an EMT squad. Randy?
Dana's choppy.
I'm choppy. You're blurry.
Blurry's okay.
Break the tie, Greg.
I'm blurry?
Well.
Oh, it is? Don't you fucking dare blame me. It's blurry and choppy. That should be our show. By the way, this hotel graciously said we'll give you some dog shit internet that nobody...
You know what I did for our friend Paul McCartney going full circle? I went to the Four Seasons way up in the mountains because the Wi-Fi was sketchy down in Jackson Hole. I can hear and see you terrific. Thank you for traveling to a better hotel. Well, at least you saved a couple bucks on the hotel. I mean, I can tell it's a cheapie.
I met a nice hotel, but we went and said, we don't want the regular internet. Where's the backdoor special? And so they're like, here we go. Ding. This is the good
you
stuff.
Thought you got good. Oh, okay, gotcha. Bastards.
Yeah, no, we vetted this whole thing because I knew if I'm on the road, I got to make sure we could do this and nail it and make it 1,000% because all of our millions of views, they freak out.
What's going to happen, Greg?
Oh, here's another story. Okay, I just thought this was interesting.
Okay,
this isn't great. This isn't hilarious. I just think I could watch this for an hour. How is rubber made from rubber tree? How do you harvest rubber? I like that scrape noise.
It's a specific
Would never think of doing it like this. Very straight lines.
Yeah.
Freehand. What's that? I like this little instrument. That's me with my toenails at night.
Is that the actual rubber that's coming off?
I would never think this tree was a rubber tree. I would think it was some dumb shit tree. Run of the mill. Bucket. Oh, look, everybody.
Say just made a little tap, and then here comes it, and then it kind of.
Is that it? Wowee. That's what rubber looks like coming right out.
That's what it sounds like?
I don't like the water part. God, get a grip on it, dude. Relax.
God, rubber trees really were named properly.
That's a lot of work.
And they don't do anything with it.
Just collecting rubber. You're not making a tire out of that. Why are they black?
They don't do anything with it. No, but that was a rubber tree. Go if you're driving, go look at YouTube around 45 minutes. You'll see it. It's fascinating.
That was kind of cool.
It was cool. Very light tapping,
an angle,
scraping, and then a funnel. So some of it came out kind of watery, and then it coalesced into a big.
I think it's like sap. Coalesced, he said. YouTube's going to light up over that one.
Like a
What are you, Aquila and the bee? Okay, what's the next thing? What's this?
Human deaths caused by animals.
Oh, okay. Heather, pay attention. This is interesting. This is going to tell us it's kind of like the running thing we did. What animals and how many deaths do they cause per year in order? We're starting at the lowest. So bats, bears, okay. Sharks, I get it. Mooses more than sharks. Spiders.
Wolves. Cows.
Cows used to, yeah. Horses, even more. Lions and leopards make sense. Ants, Dana.
Bees.
Bees, because allergic.
Hush. Jellyfish.
Okay.
Tiger.
Tiger, that far ahead of shark.
Deer's ahead of tigers. Hippopotamus way up there. Elephant killing us. Tapeworms. Crocodiles. Never liked them. Scorpions. Wow. And what's the tsetse fly?
Tsetse flies.
And then assassin bug. Snails.
Snails
kill us. Dogs, way above everyone else. Snakes.
Wow.
Humans killing other humans. 430,000.
That's the big payoff.
Mosquitoes above humans.
But tsetse fly, where is that? In Africa? I've heard of them.
It's in Tsetse, the land of Tsetse. You fly over it. I don't know. It's Africa, I think. I think it's that. Or Southeast Asia. Communicable disease carriers.
What about, shocking on that was
cows.
Dogs were so high.
But why do cows? How do cows kill you? Because I'm around cows a lot, and they don't want anything to do with me.
I'd be scared.
Oh, if you add a bull, that's different. If you have female cows, but bulls will attack. Yeah.
Oh, because if you're flirting with with one of their.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then toward the end, hippopotamus. There's not that many, are there? 20 to 25 deaths occur each year from cattle.
Involves the bulls. There it is. Yeah.
Oh,
so
multiple. Yeah. Multiple cows are involved in most attacks.
And it's bulls with horns and shit, and they want to fuck you up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I thought, who else was on that list that was really odd? Owls didn't make it for the third year in a row.
The one thing they left out was who kills more humans than anyone else, and then it would say David Spade, because you kill your audience as a stand-up. Sorry, long way to go. David Spade was a killer last night. Oh, you killed him.
Hey, Heather, turn this light up a little bit more so it doesn't match. For the only reason so it won't match.
So we have 30 seconds to go, and now you're doing a lighting design.
There you go. Now turn that one. I'll close that one. We're doing a whole thing here. Listen, we're not fucking goop. Oh, it is a little darker.
Jesus Christ. Claude Rains just walked into the podcast.
Go that side. Yeah. Oh, you can't do that side. All right, we're back to normal. Wait, hold on. Stop.
Right in the
very
middle.
Microscopic. Right there.
Beautiful.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I got to put these on so it matches.
Oh, where are the sunglasses? You got a continuity, browser.
Yeah, I can't know. We got to match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the next story? I like to bark out orders. Hey. Okay, hold on. Wait. I think so. Let's see what this is. I don't know if it's.
Tell us how you are going to break. There's a guy sitting there and he's going to talk.
I'm break the world record for sleeping with the most men in one day.
I'm trying to get 1,000 guys in 24 hours. My plan kind of is it needs to be a room with two doors is what we're trying to work out. Like the logistics of this is insane, because one thing, it's hard enough getting 1,000 guys together. It's another thing actually like making sure they all do it in the time limit. So honestly, I'm just hoping for like a conveyor belt of like, they need to kind of like walk in the room, one pump in, one pump out, and then leave.
What's the current world record though?
It's 919. But I want to get to 1,000 because like 900 is weak. You may as well have got to 1,000. You know what I mean?
900 is
24 hours though.
This is why I'm training. I've done the 100.
That's just another Sunday.
In like a few weeks.
Like a box.
She's going to do 300 to warm up.
But I think as long as they're in, out, it's going to be pretty quick. I think I'll get sore towards the end, but I think I've got
I hope
right determination. Just
look.
Listen.
The funny part is like, say she sets the world record. She retires. She wants to start a family. She's dating regular guys. They're having a glass of wine. The guy says, well, let's just be honest. You know, I've had a little bit of sexual experience. Just tell me how many men have you been with? I mean, ballpark.
What's your body count?
5, 6, 10. And then she has to say, 17,000.
Yeah. It's a tough number.
Is that real, first of all? Is that real?
Well, she just broke a record for, it's like a new kind of thing they're doing for clout where.
But is there any evidence it's real? They interviewed the guys.
Well,
because how many guys would you sign up for that? Would you be number 684? Do they pay them?
Well, you know, my nickname in high school was I was a boxer, and they called me the one pump chump. I think that's why they called me that.
So you might go through, get in line, and come through another time with sunglasses on the second time.
Yeah, high five. Yeah, no, I don't know how it works. They did 100, and she said she had nightmares after. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with the world. It's really just an she's going for a record, and is Guinness Book really coming out there with the nerdy guy going, well,
they did interview her parents, you know, very working class Brits, and they're very sweet about it.
Hello.
We'll always be proud of our daughter. She's a hard worker. She's worked her way up to 1,000 million, and it took a lot of effort and timing and strategy. Oh, my daughter is the nicest person in the world. She's got a heart of gold. She likes having sex with thousands of men, but she's not all talk. She's not.
Oh no!
She's not talking. She's not saying I'm going to have sex with 1,000 men. It's not all talk.
Yeah. You know, even if she gets 900, we still love her.
And McCartney was, it's a lot of shagging, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's more than you can really comprehend.
I'm sure McCartney put up some world record numbers back in the day. Who was the horniest Beatle? We should have asked him.
Who was the horniest?
Probably Ringo.
Probably has to be the drummer. Peace of love, peace of love. Oh yeah, that's the tell.
I think Lennon had bed ends. That guy's horny. But what about
I think
George
they
Harrison
were all
looked like
kind of the
chill.
marrying kind. They all got kind of married, and a couple divorced and married again. I mean, the Beatles are actually pretty corn.
I think what happens, that kind of fame, it's so overwhelming to even talk to someone that they probably no girl that's a fan could even comprehend they were even in the same room with them. So it's just too weird. They just got to find one person where it's normal and stay with them.
Paul's first wife, Linda Eastman, she was a well-known photographer from a very renowned family, Eastman Kodak, and she had a child from her previous marriage, and so she was very grown up, and I think and lovely, and so I think that's what attracted Paul to her. To your point, David.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, let's do one more. And then we'll talk about how horny other band members. That was a good question. We blew it with Paul. Okay, let's see what this is. Wait, is this another? Oh, is this? Oh, this is
more insects.
Robots. They made robots to look like ants, and they give them chores. I'm already scared.
These robots are inspired by ants and were developed by South Korean scientists. Each micro-robot is 600 micrometers tall and interacts with others using magnetic fields.
Ooh, so am I.
The micro-robot swarm was able to unclog tubes that resembled blocked blood vessels. This technology could potentially be used to clear plaques from clogged blood vessels.
Dana, we're going to fill you full of robot ants.
In this other application,
how do you get them the F out of your body after?
A chunk of the metal indium to
they just leave. They come out the way they came in.
This allowed it to turn a light.
You're out of here. We're done, guys. Punch out.
The micro-robots were able to assemble into a group
You don't
and
need the
coordinate
music.
their movements to walk over an obstacle. By leveraging their collective strength and synchronized actions, they successfully overcame barriers, demonstrating their ability to adapt and perform tasks.
They moved
that
a
require
1976
precise
Ford
teamwork.
Bronco.
The micro-robots used centrifugal force for
They're
self-throwing,
throwing?
propelling themselves over obstacles.
They're throwing
A swarm
gigantic.
of 200 micro-robots
They're throwing
successfully
each- they're
separated
throwing
heavy
each
liquid
other.
metal into smaller pieces in just 5 seconds, despite its high surface tension. They then moved the pieces, joined them back together, and shaped the metal.
I'm out,
Jeez,
dude.
this
If
is
these get
unbelievable.
loose, that's
This
it.
demonstrated
I
their
mean-
ability to handle complex tasks with precision and control. The
Let's ask AI.
Well, AI is going to make all
Crazy.
that possible. Now, cut to an actual ant going, "Why do we even try?"
Oh,
This
well.
just denoted fake ant person. Why do we even try? They're all talk.
And then another ant goes, it's not much, but it's an honest, it's honest work.
I'll be
Couldn't
honest
even
with you. I'm just an ant, but I see that and I go, it's all right. What else you got is what I'm saying. Kind of an
The
alpha
ants are
male.
leaning in an alley going, these fucking ant robots are going to take over. That's it. That's it for us, guys. You see?
The
read the
question
tea
is,
leaves.
do they have a queen bee? Do they have a nest with a queen bee? They got no
The
queen
best
bee.
part is they don't.
They don't
need it.
queen
The ants
bee.
like, we never needed it. We never needed the queen. We can do this. We just got to get
And
over
by
it.
the way, to go full circle, you know what a queen bee does all day? Has sex with 1,000 ants.
Oh, he does.
Just based on
I
that
thought the
other-
queen
based
bee was
on
gonna
the
be
other
all talk.
story. All talk. This is the all talk. All talk, all talk. That's all it was. And everybody's seen it. All talk, all talk,
All talk face.
all talk.
All right, I think we should end on that, Dana. Any final remarks?
I'm going to continue for the next Superfly with my all talk motif. No, I'll have a new one for next
All-talkathon?
week, folks. And we are looking forward to getting some people, some scientists and different people. I actually have an idea for a brilliant investor to teach people how to really invest in the stock market. David,
Sweet.
Heather, Greg.
Yeah, everybody. You're right. And YouTube Shorts, we put up the new version of Trump, which is you going slower. Don't give it away. And
That was Trump speaking softly instead of screaming at the big rallies.
yeah, because now he won. Now he's like, ugh, now he can just slow
And
down.
what we're going to do, he talked for a half hour straight in the most abstract way. It was really entertaining. I recommend it to anybody. We're looking at a lot of things.
You don't want dirty dishes. You got to do them 6 times.
Sir, will you attack Panama, the country of Panama? I'm not going to rule anything out. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to. He wants Panama. He wants the Gulf of America, and he wants even more America, i.e., Greenland.
He should take South America. They're halfway there. They already
And
got
what would the
America in
name
it.
be? Would he make
South America.
No, we'd rename it
Oh,
to America.
Lower America.
Lower America. Additional America after the skinny connected part.
America Plus. Then they can charge you.
Oh, I know it would be
Like-
South Central America. South
Like
Central
Disney.
America. Because we
All
have
right.
Central America, South. All right. So
We'll figure it out. Thank you, Dana.
are you working tonight? Friday night?
Yeah, show tonight.
What?
and
Where
then,
is it?
back
Is it
tomorrow.
sold out? Should we plug it?
No, it's a corporate.
Whoops.
That's all right. It's going to be great. This is one where they don't want me to be dirty. And then I just saw 2 employees downstairs and they go, you better be dirty tonight. And I'm like, I can't. I get in
You
trouble.
never listen to the employees. You
I
get the
know.
cue.
They're
from-
like, sorry.
I know, because the audience is not as prudish as the team that's scared of offending them. That's the irony.
Yeah.
They laugh if you, but anyway. All right. Well,
My banana looks like a dolphin.
weirdly enough, right now your lighting is the best it's been during the whole podcast. So what
Did
is
you see
that?
it?
What was the impression?
Looks like a dolphin.
Oh. Flipper.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
on
Miss
that
you, Dana.
note-
I'll see you when I'm back.
We'll talk just later.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade. Jenna Weiss Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Ooh.